This is my trailer. I've been disabled, so couldn't work. So, didn't have hardly any money, so this was my home for the past year or so. Before that, I was in Section 8 public housing. Right now, this is on my parents' property because CFS got so bad that I couldn't really take care of myself too well, so I came here and living here, and my mom, really helped me out, cooking for me. I was on a special diet trying to see if that would help CFS. It's called the GAPS diet, where it's supposed to fix gut dysbiosis, which is a theory for the cause of CFS. Notice this little beach chair here. I couldn't even sit outside. The little temperature changes and having to even be upright. Uh, couldn't really handle it. It would just wipe me out. Just that. Just the little breeze, little temperature changes. Couldn't handle that. Uh, these steps used to be an ordeal. I would struggle up this. Now, every day after preparing my breakfast and lunch, I'd bring it over here and just collapse into this bed for pretty much the rest of the day. Now, I've set this up so that I have, computer access while I'm lying down, because, again, with orthostatic intolerance, you can't be upright, even sitting for very long. And even kind of just propping myself up in this bunk here to eat would be tiring. So, I'd lie down and just watch Netflix on that computer screen there pretty much all day long. Now, if you look over here, you'll see a whole bunch of stuff all lined up. Why? Because, again, CFS, I wouldn't have the energy to really get up. So I had to have everything all right here, all convenient. And so all day long, my life revolved around trying to get rid of CFS. On schedule, I would take, all these different supplements, all these different protocols. Over here, I would inject myself. I tried B12, special methylcobalamin form. Right now, this is Iscador, which is from the Steiner's anthroposophical medicine. It's supposed to help stimulate the immune system and also bring up your will, so that if I was a nice guy, that's kind of one of the things about CFS is tends to strike people that are overly responsible and hold in their emotions, um, and give themselves away, give their power away, or self-sacrifice, and a little bit of, and it would feel like a self-betrayal to me, always betraying myself in order to not rock the boat and let other people give other people's emotions precedence. It's supposed to help with that. I think it's good, but peak states therapy, next generation, might be even more powerful than that kind of stuff. Um, this is MMS. I kind of think that's pretty good. It's kills kills pathogens. And all this other stuff is about killing pathogens. This takes off that take the edge off Herx, or the detox reaction. I would measure my temperature all the time, seeing what my immune system was doing, whether it was turning on, because I was taking high doses of vitamin D. Uh, this row, one for every day of the week. I'd put a whole bunch of supplements in there. Uh, Vitamin C. This is some antibiotic Ayurvedic herbs. This is another antibiotic thing. Uh, This blackstrap molasses for the RBTI protocol. There's some more stuff right there. And then in here I've got, once a week I'd fill up my little containers with all this stuff. And so yeah, my life just revolved around CFS. I was just doing the best I could, as debilitated as I was, just lying here all day long. I had breakfast and lunch already, and so I would just kind of struggle to eat in the morning and afternoon, and taking my supplements, staving off boredom with watching Netflix, and that was my life, you know. And then after the peak states therapy, I built this whole thing. You know, so now I have, when I'm traveling around the country, I can store stuff, and has that little flip up table, and you know, just for my next stage of life, which I thought I might never get again. So now finally I can live life again. You know, I can think of whatever I want to do, and go and do it. Visit this friend here, study this there, maybe stay at a monastery, get the peak states training, whatever I want to do. Go wherever I want. Okay, next here's kind of a sort of embarrassing part. I don't know if you want to put this on the website or not, but down here you have my toilet. Because why? Again, so tired, can't hardly get out of bed. If I got a bottle there to go to the bathroom in, it helps a lot, you know. And then behind that there's a water bottle, because again, you know, I need to drink water, but it's so hard to get up. I can just kind of scoot over and get that. Now I don't need to do things like that. I can be like a normal person, effortless, just get up, get your water, go to the bathroom, whatever. It wasn't like that before. It was just a hellish life, being that tired. And then the worst, well, and what makes it even worse is that people tend not to believe you. They think you're lazy, because with CFS you can get up and go out and you look normal. I could go shopping once a week when I was feeling better, and for groceries, but I would collapse again. You know, I wouldn't be able to cook that day, cook dinner, so I would have to always buy something, some kind of quick food for that day, and then maybe the next day or the day after that I'd have the energy back to actually cook what I bought, if I was lucky. If I wasn't lucky, because I was trying to eat healthy, the fresh produce and whatever might be starting to go bad already. But that's life with CFS when you're trying to live on your own. But yeah, now all that's a thing of the past. All those little normal things that are effortless for a normal healthy person, which are just extraordinarily major ordeals for someone with CFS. They're like that again. They're just effortless, no big deal. Don't even think about it again now. You know, see, that's one of the things about CFS, is that, you know, everyone says, well, how come you can't just push yourself? How come you can't just get up? Well, you can't. And So see, you know, I've had the before I had CFS, I was normal. I could push myself. All the things that should be effortless and most people don't even think about, I didn't think about. You know, you just do it. I was an athlete, a scholar, national merit scholar, honor roll, got into UC Berkeley, all that kind of stuff. Then after CFS, I'm lying around in bed all day. And people are like, well, you're just lazy. Maybe all the pressure got to you. You know, you're trying to escape from life. You couldn't handle college. You couldn't handle life. You know, so now you're just making this up to try to escape. It's all in your head. Well, and I kind of believed that for a while, but eventually I just knew that no way. I mean, I'm living it. I could tell it wasn't that. It was actually a physical illness, and now that it's gone, that proves that. Because if I still needed an escape from life, well, I would be doing it. But instead, I have all these plans about all these things I want to do, and yeah, it's not going to be easy. This hit me. Maybe I was 19 years old, or even in high school. It kind of was a gradual onset. Uh, After I had walking pneumonia my freshman year of high school, but I was able to finish high school and go into college, just pushing myself, limping along, doing my best to hide it. And then in college, it finally got to the point where I couldn't uh, stay in school anymore and collapsed. And then that was the beginning of 24 years. So where was I? See this hanging up here? That was a breathing device for a protocol by a guy named Buteyko. That's a Buteyko breathing device that's supposed to retrain your breathing center so that you're able to get more oxygen to your cells. I was doing 15-minute sessions 3 times a day of that. So, all day long doing different things. Here's my refractometer for doing the RBTI. You can measure your sugar levels. You monitor your sugar very carefully, your water intake and sugar intake, all on a strict schedule. I have another one back here. All these things I can now put away. I don't really need them anymore. And then the pH meter, you monitor in RBTI, you monitor your pH, saliva and urine pH, to try and be optimally healthy. I used to make my own herbs, herbal tinctures, when you are disabled and can't work and can't afford most therapies. Well, you can still buy a bulk bag of herbs and a bottle of vodka and make your own tinctures and try to do your own herbology on yourself. So, and here's mineral powders. I made a special Blasi formula. You get this toilet paper roll out of the way here. Special Blasi formula that can cure fibromyalgia, because there's like a mineral deficiency theory to CFS and fibromyalgia. Below calcium lactate, that's supposed to help with the RBTI to get your pHs right, and if your pHs are right, your body is working right and can heal disease. Well, it might have helped, but CFS is a new kind of disease. It's very resistant to all known treatments except peak stage therapy, because they have discovered the cause and then a treatment for it, and it works. It goes away, and CFS will go away in possibly just one day. And that pretty much was my experience. I mean, it was a lot better after the first session, but they didn't quite get all of the problem. So then it took another session a couple of days later. So for me, it was a couple of days later, gone, until it started to come back again, and then they tweaked it again, and then now it's permanently gone. It's been over a week since that final session, and later today I'm going to get working on various projects. I'm going to get this trailer ready. I got that water damage to fix. The other day I was sealing up the holes on the outside. All these things I just could not do when I still had CFS, and everything was falling by the wayside. You don't know how many times avoidable little tragedies would happen just because I didn't have the energy to do something I needed to do, and so everything falls by the wayside. Life just becomes all about bare survival. It's not really a life, it's just existence, and that's all different now, all changed within a few days. It's a miracle. Here's my chi machine down here, because I thought it would kind of maybe shake the toxins loose and, get chi flowing. That might heal me. Maybe I got some emotions trapped in the psoas muscle that might, loosen that up. I used to have an inversion board, all these things that I was trying. And I think it does help, but just very, very little, because, again, no one else besides the Peak States Institute knows what actually causes CFS. Here's my bathrobe, because I used to take a daily detox bath. You put a formula of salt or maybe a detox clay, because again, toxins are known to build up in CFS, infections and toxins, and then killing off infections creates toxins. So I was doing all kind of things for that. What else can I show you here? So yeah, all these things I think are good, just that they couldn't cure CFS. It probably helped me in a lot of ways. Who knows how bad off I would have been, but because they didn't know the cause, they couldn't help. Okay, another thing maybe I can show you is Qigong. Now Qigong actually helped me. Like all these things, a lot of them helped me in different ways, just very little bit. But so Qigong did help me. I was doing it 3 times a day at one point for about a year, and but then when CFS got worse, I couldn't do any Qigong, even just a few seconds. And it wasn't just because I had to stand up and do it. Even if I did lying down types of Qigong, or even just visualizations, I would get wiped out. So I couldn't do Qigong. I couldn't do sitting meditation anymore. During Zen, Zen is when my orthostatic intolerance developed. And so then after that happened, I couldn't even sit upright to do meditation anymore. And I couldn't really meditate lying down either, because I'd get too restless. And so that was out. All these little things you take for granted, I just could not do anymore. Things that might help me, I couldn't do, But now I can do Qigong, so maybe I'll demonstrate.
And now it's not a problem to move chi around.
before it would wipe me out. And then, what else do I have to say about that? Well, okay, next I'm going to be doing some Tai Chi. Alright, here I am doing some Tai Chi. You know, when I trained in Tai Chi while I had CFS, because my Tai Chi teacher was also an acupuncturist. And so he kind of helped me get past like the early days of really bad CFS, and I got to the point where I was kind of feeling better, and I was much younger too, where I could do small amounts of training, you know. So I was learning Tai Chi, but it wasn't good for me, you know. I sort of, after a couple of years of that, got all tired out and had to quit. And it took like a long time to recover. So it was kind of a mistake. You know, there's a lot of therapies that would be good for people, but if it's wiping you out to do it, then you can't do it, and it's actually harmful. Well, here I am, able to do it again, and so maybe I'll get back into it and start getting the benefits of it like normal people can. So yeah, it's just wonderful. I can do all the things that I used to love to do that I had to stop doing. You know, see, that's the thing about people that say that CFS is a mental problem. You know, probably there are people that have mental problems, and it looks kind of the same. So I can't really fault people, but in the case of CFS, it's pretty much the opposite. You know, a person with CFS wants to get back to their life, and one of the things that makes it really hard to cure is if they rest and eat right and do various things to start feeling better. Once they get back a little bit of energy, they immediately start trying to make up for lost time and catch up, and they got all kind of projects and all kind of things they want to do with their life, and then they collapse again, you know. So that's what it's like. So yeah, again, if it was a, you know, some kind of mental tactic to escape from life, that wouldn't be the case. And you know, so I plan to prove everyone who thought that wrong, you know, because now that I'm healthy again, I can get back and start doing all the things I wanted to do.